guys, it's Sprout here, and I am very excited to share this video with you. So I've been keeping this a surprise because, well, I wanted to surprise you guys, and a lot of people have been asking, so I hope you guys are ready for Elsa's journey, part, I guess 4, or I guess Elsa and Badger's journey, part 1. It's a continuation of Elsa's original story with Badger Fur, and so let's begin! It's been quite a few moons since we last saw this couple. Everything has been going well in Shadow Clan, and Badgerstar is a wonderful leader. Elsa has been begging and begging for Badgerstar to take her on a journey through all the different territories. Badgerstar finally agreed, and they both decided that they would travel far away from all the current clans. Past the two-leg house, past the ravine, and to a land where there weren't as many clans, maybe only one left, if that. I'm just so happy you finally decided to take a trip with me. I'm sure Lion Pad will do a good job with the clan while you're gone, she purred. The large and muscular Tom simply kind of shrugged and nodded. I hope so. I'm sure it'll be fine. Besides, this place may be good to expand our own territory. Badgerstar nodded. Possibly. He seemed tired, but hopefully this little vacation would give him some time to rest, and she also wanted to tell him something. Oh, come on. Try and enjoy this break and alone time with me. It wasn't very often that they got to hang out together. Badgerstar was a very busy leader, and Elsa was usually hunting or patrolling. Alright, fine. Badgerstar finally gave in and gently nuzzled her neck. Good. Sun's coming up. Perfect timing. But, Badgerstar, before we go, I want to tell you something. Well, I'm expecting your kids. Badgerstar's face lit up with joy and pride. They will be good and strong Shadow Clan warriors. I'm very excited. After the two shared some tongues and cuddles, they decided it was best to get a move on with their journey. The two were off, walking together side by side as they explored in new and uncharted lands. Before long, they stumbled upon another kitty pet house, but this one was nothing like Elsa's. Too busy looking at everything else, Elsa almost bumped right into something. It was a beautiful floating garden. How strange. She scented that Badger Fur entered the house, so she did as well. She had not been back into a two-leg nest since she first left and met Badger Fur. Memories came flooding back. Badger Fur, where'd you go? She asked, when he suddenly appeared right next to her. I'm right here. Oh, I got scared. Before long, they were out of that house and decided to walk around and explore a bit more. After walking deeper into the forest, Elsa suddenly noticed a cat. She whispered, Whoa, other cats around. But Badgerstar had already walked away. She quickly hid behind a tree and peeked out. The black and white she-cat didn't seem aggressive, so Elsa curiously walked over. Badger Fur sighed and mumbled something under his breath as he turned around and ran back towards his mate. You have the attention span of a goldfish, I swear, he said, only partially joking. Oh, I'm just saying hello. She did a little blep and stuck her tongue out at him before turning to the she-cat, who finally spoke. A kitty pet, eh? I'm Darkpelt. I'm from Lightning Clan. Elsa was a little shocked. She hadn't been called a kitty pet in a long time, but then suddenly realized that she was still wearing her collar. She loved it and never took it off. Suddenly, another speckled-looking cat ran up to the group. They also smelled like Lightning Clan, and seemed like they were in a hurry. Elsa was a little confused as what exactly they were saying, but from the most part, she understood that this cat was telling Darkpelt that they weren't the deputy anymore, and were just talking about some other of their own clan drama. This was interesting, but also nice to know that their clan wasn't the only clan with drama. Elsa introduced herself, as well as Badgerstar. She found out this cat was Lightstar and leader of Lightning Clan. The group all talked during the night. They decided to rest here anyways. It didn't seem like Darkpelt was very fazed by this, but it was hard to tell. They seemed a little emotionless. "We should hunt in the morning," Elsa said, trying to lighten the mood. "I'm starving." Badgerstar nodded just as another Lightning Clan warrior approached. This was getting a little scary. "Ha ha ha, oh look, a whole party," Elsa joked. Apparently this cat was the new deputy. The new deputy introduced herself as Dusty Tornado, kind of pushing a mouse in Elsa's face and not taking no for an answer. She was definitely not going to complain about free prey, so she happily chewed on the gift. Badgerstar seemed to be falling asleep. The deputy quickly turned to leave as she continued, "We're just exploring. Our home is very far away from here." Dusty Tornado asked if Lightstar was going back to camp, but he simply turned to his deputy and said, "No," before turning to Elsa. "What do you do here, Elsa?" She still couldn't help but feel a little awkward and did her best to smile. "We won't be here long, I promise." The stern leader responded with, "Okay," and quickly dashed away. The sun slowly began to rise. Seemed like they hadn't gotten that much sleep, but that was okay. They met some cool new cats. "Well, it was nice meeting you, but we should really get going." Darkpelt walked up. May I join you two? I haven't really got a clan to call home anymore." Elsa didn't want to really say yes or no, so she awkwardly looked up at her mate. He responded, "You won't have much luck with us either." "You sure about that?" Darkpelt said, in a almost amused tone. The Shadow Clan leader responded, "Pretty sure." Elsa didn't mind that he was a little more on the strict side when it came to the clan. He just wanted to keep them safe. Darkpelt chuckled, "Wait here," and she dashed off back towards the two-leg house. A few heartbeats later, she was running back with a huge squirrel. It was the biggest squirrel she had ever seen, and so fast. "How about now?" Darkpelt said proudly. "Oh, wow, nice. But we are traveling very far," she said. "I'm good with that," she very quickly added. Before either of the two cats could respond, Darkpelt walked up and gently shoved the squirrel in Badgerstar's face. Elsa was a little shocked. "Oh, well, okay," she said with a smile as Badgerstar inhaled the squirrel. "It's best we probably get moving then," she said, leaping to her paws and beginning to walk. Badgerstar slowly getting up and lumbering after her. The three of them walked for a very long time, all chatting and exploring the area. This place seemed weirdly familiar, like she's been here before, but it looked very different, so it couldn't have been. Up ahead was a bridge. They all crossed as the sun began to fade. It was getting dark and they should probably find some shelter. Elsa was walking when she suddenly fell in a hole. It started to get dark and she wanted to get out when suddenly there was a large rabbit. She instinctively pounced on it and found the exit. Darkpelt had come in looking for her. With the help of Darkpelt, Elsa managed to make it safely to the barn. Badgerstar was already inside, scoping it out and making sure it was safe. It was so dark, and for a while she sat by the door, the moonlight at least a little brighter out there. She thought she saw a cat run by, so she quickly scurried back in the barn, giving the rabbit to Badgerstar and laying down next to him. "I got this for you, my love," she said, very cheesy and romantic, as they both shared the rabbit. "Thank you," he smiled, and they both curled up and managed to get some sleep. Just as the sun began to rise, Darkpelt came into the barn with a large fish and plopped it down in front of them all. "I'm half River Clan, so I can catch fish and swim pretty well," she explained. "I don't like helping other cats usually, though. They always reject me," she said. Elsa frowned. That was so sad. "Oh, you should come back and join us. Join us in Shadow Clan." "Shadow Clan?" Darkpelt questioned. "Uh-huh. Badgerstar here is leader. We wanted to travel. That's why we're here," she said and looked over at her sleeping mate. She said, still not seeming to maybe trust them. "So, who's the deputy?" she asked. Elsa smiled. "Lion Pad, a strong and loyal Tom." As the sun rays slowly crept closer and closer to her, she got up and stretched. "You're right. Let's head out. Come on," he said as he led the group out of the barn. They very carefully climbed up a large mountain and began to explore. It seemed like this land went on forever. But which way was back home? While Badgerstar was still trying to figure out how to get home, Elsa decided to ask Darkpelt a question. "So, what do you think about joining Shadow Clan?" she asked, walking over to her. "Huh? What?" Darkpelt asked, not hearing her properly. "Do you want to join us?" Elsa asked again, this time louder and more excited. "Oh, yeah, I can join." "Oh, wonderful. We need more warriors since I'm going to be busy with kids soon." At some point, Badgerstar came over and sat down next to them. He looked still so tired. Darkpelt looked over at Elsa. "Oh, congratulations." "Thank you so much. This is my first litter." "Thank you, Darkpelt," Badgerstar said with pride. Suddenly her voice got sad and her expression dark. "My kids got hunted down by River Clan." Darkpelt continued to open up about her life and how she also lost her eye in that battle. It was nice to be able to talk to someone, Elsa thought, and she was happy that this new clan cat was opening up to her. Badgerstar soon realized that these two were not going to stop talking anytime soon, so he kind of leaned back, closed his eyes, and got some rest. As the sun went down, they continued talking. Darkpelt explained that her kits were Velvet Claw and Moonstripe, and Elsa opened up that she was kind of scared of having kids. She didn't know what was going to happen and just wanted them to grow up safe. As the moon began to rise once again, she curled up next to Badgerstar, still talking with Darkpelt. She was explaining about the clan and how nice everyone was, and how even though her mate could be a little stoic at times, he always had the clan's best interest at heart. As the sun rose again, She gently nudged her maid awake. They exchanged some nuzzles and good mornings when Darkpelt decided that they should go hunting, and it was a good idea before their long travel back. They all split up slightly to cover more ground and try to find something to eat. But when she approached Badgerstar, he said he couldn't find anything. "Oh, dang," she said as her stomach began to growl. Darkpelt jumped to her paws. "Let's go by the river. It borders Lightning Clan, but they shouldn't have any patrols over there around now." "Okay, sounds good," she chirped as they began to follow Darkpelt. Nothing bad had happened so far, so just some quick fishing and then they would be out of there. As they approached the river, Darkpelt jumped in and immediately grabbed a fish. Elsa figured she would try it out too, but definitely wasn't as graceful. But after a little swimming and searching, she did manage to find a very small fish of her own. I got one, she said, probably a little too loud, as she ran over to Badgerstar. He chuckled and said he wasn't going to give up. They continued to walk down the river a little when suddenly they were ambushed. "Whoa!" Elsa said as the cats leaped over her. She almost dropped her fish. One of the cats seemed familiar. Lightstar? "Hello." The group all said hello to each other, but the other cats seemed to be angry, and she quickly hid behind Badgerstar. Lightstar hissed, "This is Lightning Clan! Get out!" Badgerstar's fur bristled as he looked back and whispered, "Let's go, Elsa." Darkpelt seemed to want to argue with her past leader, but she turned tail and immediately began to follow Badgerstar as they made their way as far as possible, as fast as possible, when suddenly another cat came out of nowhere and leaped on top of Elsa. Quickly, one cat turned to two. She screamed. They weren't using their claws, thankfully, but they were attacking her and jumping on her. She finally hissed, "Hey, watch it!" Badgerstar was immediately there, helping her fend off these two cats. She just wanted to leave. Why wouldn't they let her leave? They just kept hissing at her. She tried to explain that they were leaving and just to let them go. She wanted to run, but she wasn't very fast right now. Lightstar yowled, "I let you go once!" Elsa turned to try to make it down the slippery bank when she fell to the ground. The warriors continued to taunt and circle her as she begged, "Please stop." Badgerstar quickly swam across the river to be with her. Just as Lightstar strolled up, "Are you okay?" He seemed genuine. "I can't move fast. I'm with kids," she finally said. Badgerstar leaned down to help her up. "Thank you," she spoke as she carefully got back to her paws. Badger hissed at the clan, "Get lost!" before they both turned and began to leave. The Lightning Clan warriors continued to chase them into the Thunder Path. They didn't have a choice but just to run across it and hope for the best. But thankfully everything was okay, and it seemed like, for now at least, they had lost the warriors. The good news is that Elsa began to scent their homeland. They had finally found the right mountain to go over, and they all began to climb up. Even though this trip didn't really end on a good note, she still didn't regret going, and meeting Darkpelt was so nice. She's excited and ready to be a mother. The scene fades to white. You now see Little Sprout sitting in front of you. Hi guys! So I know when it started everyone was probably like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" But happy April Fools! Kind of. This is just my version of a fun April Fool's joke. The story originally was gonna be a little bit more silly with like Elsa and Badger like going on vacation, like going to Disney World, but not Disney, just like this new game. But we met this other cool role player, and I just let the story go, and I think it turned out really fun. And this game was really fun. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I think it's Lake Territory, but I'm gonna link it below. So if people wanna play it, I actually really enjoyed it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe. We are so close to 5,000 followers, and the Mason Little Sprout, the Little Sprout's backstory trailer is actually finished. So as soon as we get to 5,000 subscribers, I am going to drop that for you guys. And if you didn't know, I hired professional voice actors to star in a fun trailer backstory for Little Sprout. So yeah. Don't forget to subscribe, join the Sprout Clan, comment, let me know what you thought of this, if you were surprised, and if you've ever played this game. And so I will see you guys later. Bye!